Hello, bienvenue, mush mush. I'm Corey, and uh, Cameron's somewhere.
Hello?
Cameron,
Hello?
it's so far, Cameron.
My name is.
What?
My name is.
Who?
Thank you so much.
Okay. Today on the show, we're continuing Poirot's first cases. We have not yet completed chapter the first. We have, according to the Chiva trackers, done 31 brain things.
Oh, our.
We've
Mind Fortress.
made some deductions. We connected the dots. And they made the shape of a weird dog.
It's kind of like a connect the dots you would get on a placemat in a family restaurant between, I'm going to say, Saskatoon and Edmonton.
Yeah, we're at Humpty's
you-
and someone gave us a little cup full of crayons.
Or a husky.
Yeah.
A husky restaurant.
Yep.
If you're not Canadian, you might not be familiar with the Husky restaurant, but it is a restaurant attached to a gas station, which will serve you an omelet the size of
The plate.
a manhole cover.
Just in case you're thirsty.
Yeah. Yeah, Lloydminster. I think I've stopped in Lloydminster before when I was a small child.
Yeah, I've been to Lloyd.
Frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only been
My
to
favorite part of-
Saskatchewan once, but I've been to Lloyd.
You can see all of it from Lloyd.
It's not true. There's trees in Regina.
There's a valley as
There's
well.
a valley, yeah.
Yeah, there's a river valley going through Regina. And Battleford. So like
North and
anything
south.
on between the two, dividing the two. My favorite part of driving to Saskatchewan was how Edmonton just stops.
Yeah, having lived in Alberta for a number of years, you know, that flat area is real estate.
It like this always threw me, right? You'd be driving through Edmonton thinking like, oh, we can probably stop at a gas station on our way out of town. It's gone. It's gone. It's just stopped. We're out in the middle of the prairie all of a sudden.
It's a little better now that they finished the ring road, because
Okay.
then there's at least on the big intersections like a little gas station liquor store thing, a little like mini gasoline alley at the major intersections.
And then, yeah, like I also remember pulling into a trucker gas station, which if you're an adult and you want to feel like a 4-year-old again, pull into a gas station for long haul truckers. Because everything is like 60% larger.
Yeah.
It's a really weird experience.
Yeah, there's that. And then like if it's in the winter or something and you have to drive through their ruts to get to the gas station.
Yeah, and you just hear like your undercarriage scraping.
It's
On the snow?
Clunk is the noise
Right, yes.
as you nestle back into the ruts.
Oh yeah, getting pulled from one rut to the other, and just like sliding left, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. That fun part of driving in winter.
Where you think the road might tear your wheels off.
Yeah, yeah. And then trying to pass one but you're in the slipstream, so you actually like you can feel the resistance of trying to punch through a rig's slipstream.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyways, the video game.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say, or rather I was thinking about how it's interesting that because Poirot is an established character, he's not the same as a cipher for the player. And so typically in a game you have a bit of a dialogue with the developer, the designer, but you do it kind of from your own perspective. And now there's kind of this middle ground where you have to navigate what they think Poirot would think. And you're forced into trying to mentally model a fictional character
Somebody
in order
else's,
to actually progress in the game.
yeah, but like not just a fictional character, but somebody else's interpretation of a fictional character.
Yeah.
Right? And usually in an RPG, you have control over what the character does, right? How the character develops, right? I'm thinking of like Disco Elysium, where you can model Harry or move Harry anywhere you want.
Yep.
But here we are trying to not only make deductions and solve crimes, but do so from within within the slipstream of the developer's interpretation of a fictional character. Brought it back, saved it, integrated the opening dialogue.
Yep. It's definitely interesting, and like the fail states are just like, you didn't Poirot good enough. Poirot wouldn't have said that.
Yeah. One other thing I appreciate is that these are all kind of like all the character art. These are not exclusively pretty people. They all have kind of like character to their faces. Like the head maid has kind of like moles.
Yeah.
These aren't people who look like they came off of cracker boxes, right?
Yeah.
Like this is not. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
They have like
Lighter
flawed skin and bad hair and
Like,
they're
they are
interesting
smooth.
looking people.
The models are, but
yeah. But they have they're not the prettiest human beings that 21st century artists can leverage.
Mm-hmm. And actually the first mansion, the way it was decrepit a little bit, a little busted. Like, it's not even a like pastoral version of early 1900s England or Brussels or wherever. We're in Bruges now. But it's not even exclusively a good view of the time and place or people.
Yeah. God, I can't stop thinking about Poirot, our character, looking at the hat rack with like 4 books on it and thinking, great library of, knowledge.
Who's the reader in the family?
Yeah. Because there's clearly only one.
Only one. And they love reading so much that they put a passage from Romeo and Juliet on this little gazebo. Because they love reading so much.
So literary. The great... First off, Shakespeare's great love play is... Much
Ado.
Oh, God. Yeah, Much Ado.
Maybe even Midsummer Night's Dream. Like, there's just other
Midsummer
options.
Night's Dream, Midsummer Night's Dream at least has a happy ending. Kind of.
We read comedies, not tragedies.
Yeah. Taming of the Shrew, even, is interesting. Twelfth Night.
That's fun. But yeah, I guess we're supposed to be someone who's educated and well read, but we're limited by what the developers think a mainstream audience will latch onto.
Yes, right. Like, what does a game developer think well-read looks like?
Eighth grade.
Eighth grade. I mean, you're not wrong, right? Like, I remember talking with the guy who ran pub trivia. And he said that his goal in designing pub trivia questions was to make people mad that they had forgotten stuff from ninth grade.
Right. I'm remembering like early essay assignments and stuff, and at that time, word processors, in addition to adding like a word count feature, were doing like the analysis to give you like what grade level your essay was at. Like
Oh,
if you
yeah.
were writing at a college level or something, and the teachers were like, we want you to write at aiming for an audience that's an eighth grade level.
Right, right, right. Yeah, so like simpler words. Orwell's thing about never using a Latinate word when a Germanic one would do.
Yeah. Although he's probably just talking about swears.
Not even that, but like, yeah. There.
He just really wanted to bust out the F word.
Don't we all?
I just remembered the shrimp fried rice tweet that I saw recently. The Orwell. You're telling me shrimp,
Well,
the
don't
cockroach
you
of the sea. I'm not gonna look it up.
Okay.
But it is a shrimp fried rice joke, but it is a paragraph in Orwell style.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Orson Welles, sorry. Not George Orwell.
Wells, yes, Wells. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that makes more sense to me
A
now.
lot more, yeah. I've always had that brain problem. It was War of the Worlds made it really obvious that I've always conflated Orson Welles and George Orwell.
It's the consonants and the opening O, right? Orwell, Orson Welles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I can totally see that now.
George Orwell.
I think you might have invented me.
Oh no! All right, let's look at our collectibles. I think you were right in that we got the bracelet.
Yeah, have we just been swiping things from people?
There we go. The reward that we can view is, I think, a movie clip at the end of the prologue. So I hope if I click play, I can get out of it quickly. Click on the name.
Poirot. I trust this
Yeah, it
fancy
is.
well.
Yeah.
No,
It
I
has
can't.
been many years since we met last crossed, and while I'm sure your recollection of the events may differ
I'm sad,
from
just
mine,
like this keyboard.
I hope that receiving this letter has not rekindled a sense of animosity
Speaking of
toward
keyboards,
myself or the Vanderbilt.
I cleaned out my keyboard, and the grossest thing about it was that it now sounds
The impression you
new.
made is something that has
I just
stayed
picked up
with
the
me
office
today.
keyboard and stuff
It
fell
compelled
out.
me to reconsider the squat young lady I would have inevitably become. And
I wanted
hope
to show the
she
chat
made
that the
me
keyboard
into
is
the
sad.
woman I wished to be. You made me see the childish and selfish girl in me that did not consider the consequences of her actions or how they may affect others. Although Maman may see
Yep.
the events of that day differently, I believe the compassion you showed for our mate Florette, as well as the drive to uncover the truth and
The other
accept
thing I wanted to say is that I
alternative,
do
was a
appreciate the
testament
detail
to
that
your character.
the mother of the tutorial in the tutorial is English
Yes.
and has an English
Under different
maid
circumstances, your assistance
attending
is
on her.
required, and I hope you will consider this as my formal request
Yep.
for
Whereas, you know, everyone
Hashtag
else
justice
felt
for Florette.
this coming weekend. Due to
Although it was Elizabeth that was the English one.
At the announcement of my engagement to Gideon Demir, whom I love dearly.
Florette probably like went off and
Illustrious family
became a vampire or something.
been shadowed by deceit.
That's what you do when you've been like spited and like thrown out of your home, right?
Is being held to
It's what I would do.
a mysterious party, and I am afraid I do not know who I can and cannot trust. We are holding a small gathering to
I turned the volume down because it's what we've heard before.
the dignified
Hmm.
elite. Those that are well respected
Talking is more fun.
and I regard both are close people in society.
Which
right.
one of these people is Florette in a mustache?
So I
Okay, we've seen Florette and the Major in the same place.
may be the person
Yes.
Oh, bottom person with that hat. Look at that.
Yeah.
That
yeah, you just
that
hear
is a
some, like-
disguise.
I haven't
Yeah.
first class rail ticket for you to join us for the announcement, and having contacted your superiors and the correct authorities to request your assistance,
Can you imagine just
were
being able
more
to
than
like
happy to grant me.
summon a
I shall
specific
expect
cop?
your arrival with great anticipation. There shall be a carriage
To your
waiting
house?
for you at the station to bring you directly to Mnemozan House.
I can't even, like...
I thank you in advance in our time of crisis.
Yeah, this is all falling apart.
Yeah.
Angeline van der Bosch.
Now to the menus. Continue. Active threads of investigation. Let's see what our active threads are like. Just a little refresher in the mind map world. We've got 0 links available here. I guess I'll mouse over the ones that are marked as new. Oh right, Angeline's so grown up now. Now that she's stopped sucking so hard. Florette is still a going concern. All right, confirmation. And because there's no links available, I know that these two things don't link together directly. Alright, there's that one. I don't know why they're separate. Is it just to make the possibility space smaller for our linky stuff? The blackmail. Who, what, why? And how come? And this has 2 links that we can make. God help us. Alright. Miss Conrad's room. First floor, West Wing. Claims my room is, but there's perfume bottles. Archibald misdirected me. I think I tried to connect these two before.
Order and method. That is the way to solve the...
And if I recall correctly, yes, it'll mark out in red the ones I've already tried. So I don't have to memorize the combinations that I've already tried.
This will not get me any closer to my goal.
Alright.
Yeah, at what point do we stop making informed connections and just start rubbing mayonnaise on the gate?
I've been rubbing mayonnaise on the gate this whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just the connections my brain makes, my particular meat think. I know don't necessarily fall in line with what's expected, but I like to think that I can, empathize with other people and take their point of view into consideration and maybe try to think like another person. This is I'm not seeing things. I'm not staff are busy. Is it the rooms are locked because the staff is busy? Why would this room be locked? Because the frickin' staff are
I must
busy.
take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth.
Because there's few staff.
Yeah.
Something.
No.
Guests are residing on the first floor. And there's freaking plaques on the
I
door
cannot see the logic in this.
related
Perhaps
to
a
like the
second
family
look at the
relations and
evidence in
stuff.
front of me.
Group of saints plaque. Please, for the love of God, do not connect those two together. How
I
many,
swear to
wonder?
God, game, if you make a triangle here, they're already implicitly
Many.
connected. I can't.
See, that's the problem.
There's a node connecting them.
And they're
What-
not like a central thing, and there's no, like, we were explicitly told that the plaques above the doors are based on the saints. Like, this,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, if we get a new node because of this, there's...
I should find these above 7 doors in the house. I wonder if this matches the number of expected guests. That's poop. It's poop information.
Yeah. I guess we connect that to guests residing on the first floor?
Sure.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
How little are these gray cells?
Look, we can only afford 5, alright? Dendrites are extra. Okay. Door missing. Secrets? Secret door.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
More than one secret in the secret place. We've discovered it's got secrets.
Connected to the locked doors?
Connect the secrets to the locked doors?
Yeah.
Little Grace.
No.
What if the plaques above the doors are connected to one door being missing?
I swear to God. Thank God. Okay,
It could,
thank
though.
God.
It could.
It could. It could.
Okay, Princess Intel wants to try secrets to Welcome Book. I'm just gonna directly secrets.
Older and
No.
method.
Okay.
That is the way to solve the...
Why are you blinking? I swear I've
Yeah, I
already...
don't know what the information
I
is.
swear I've already done this.
What a revelation.
No. These things are already connected.
I see before me 2 locked doors. What if they were locked for a reason? Go, my little gray cells! We were explicitly told that.
Yes.
And these don't connect to this, but
If that connects to that,
Another success. I never doubted myself.
I'm a genius. To play this game, you would want to be of reading age. But if you read too good, game is just frustrating.
This isn't a memory palace or a mind palace. This is a bujo. There's nothing wrong with a bujo, but it's an organizational tool, not a deductive one.
Yes.
Right? If this was a notebook that we were like organizing things in and keeping track of things, and to a degree it is, right? Like, I mean, that's what we're starting with. But
And I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you would present this information differently.
yeah, maybe I'm just being like nitpicky here or trying to like reach for some way that would make this feel better.
I think it would be better if it was just like you had a blob that was a question. And you'd be like, why are the staff busy? And then you get a little thing that's like, there's like 8 people here. And you know, boom, staff are busy. That's why, because there's a lot of people. Or like, the house is going under, so there's actually only Archibald. He's the butler, and he lives here alone. No other staff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to... Actually, Obra Dinn.
Okay, yeah.
Like, if you just had a list of key information that you needed, and then you fill it in from some possibilities.
Yeah. I like that, actually. Because my nightmare with these kinds of games is that eventually we'll get into one of those semantic engines that recognizes the definition of words or the semantic content of words, and then suddenly we're back in text adventure, only it's executed about this well.
Yeah. Yeah, I fear that.
At the,
yeah.
like, get book. Pick
Cannot
up book.
get ye book.
Yeah.
You're not standing next to the book. It's too dark to get the book. Feel around in the dark for the black rod.
Like, the game wants us to feel the satisfaction of unraveling the mystery.
But we're not the... Like, we don't get to organically play with the ideas because it's just a binary yes-no.
Mm-hmm.
And being wrong really just hard blocks you.
Yes.
It'd be nice if you could, like, rub 2 ideas together and it would be like, you know what, there might be something here.
Yeah, like
And
a
it's like-
warm, cold
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like a degree of relation.
Like, hey, you just need like one more piece of information and then this whole thing will work.
Yeah, or if instead of being like, no, method and order,
It looks as
he was like,
what can I do for you?
this is not bad, but I don't know what this relationship is.
I'm a guest.
But that would be much harder to do, I think.
Perhaps the party preparation is more of a priority.
It's not my fault they aren't ready. Why don't I wait here while you check in the butler
There's also, like,
in the east corridor? I think I go in there.
No hierarchy of information. Everything's flat.
Right.
We're like investigating a blackmail, but we've also gotten really sidetracked looking at like why we're in the wrong room.
Yes. Yes.
I shall take up no more of your time. À bientôt.
It's not like, oh, maybe this is a deliberate message or something like that. We've been sent a message or sent to investigate a specific thing in the wrong room for a specific reason related to the case.
Yeah. Right, like, you imagine trying to hang out with this Poirot who assigns, like, meaning to absolutely every happenstance, and for whom it is part of a greater whole. Right, there are no coincidences, there are no accidents. Where everything has to be deliberate.
Pots and pans, what could these be for?
Huh.
Oh, it's Elizabeth.
Hey.
Ah, Mademoiselle Elizabeth. What a pleasure to see you again.
Detective Poirot, I'm so glad you could make it.
Unfortunately, it is not purely for pleasure that I am here. Mademoiselle Angeline requires my attention professionally.
Yes, Angeline has told me. I'm glad she called upon you, Detective. I've been rather worried about her.
I will do everything I can to find the blackmailer and bring them to justice.
It's her. She's the blackmailer.
I have every faith in you.
I hope I am not interrupting.
We are all very busy, as I'm sure you can imagine. After I'm done, I can come to your room and help you with any further questions.
We have hired a new servant. Her name is Loretta.
Yep.
No one escorted you. I'm so sorry. Everyone is just so frantic at the moment. Madame has requested all staff prepare for this evening.
And you have been tasked with jobs in the pantry. Surely your talents could be used elsewhere.
What talents?
I do as Madame asks. Well, as Archie asks.
Monsieur Sterling. Yes, I met him when I arrived. A charming gentleman. He did give me some rather vague instructions to find my room, though.
It's not weird that the head butler's in charge of staff. It's not weird at all.
Yeah, no,
I can only
that's
apologise
isn't.
on his behalf. He would be mortified. I'm afraid I cannot be of much more help, but I believe you are located next to Mr. De Silva. By all means, the house is yours to explore.
Yeah, isn't a butler a managerial role?
Yes.
Basically, like front of house and back of house.
The welcome book.
Ah yes, guests are requested to sign the book when arriving. I believe it gives details to the guests' room locations.
That's nice to know. If only I could have discovered that by reading the book.
It stated the male guests are to be staying in the east wing.
Yes, Madame does not believe in male and female guests residing beside one another. Yes, I'm afraid it may be all for show, though. She has not been herself, and it is not only I that have noticed.
Madame Vandenbosch. Surely it must have had some effect on her.
Madame has carried on as though nothing has happened. She has never been on show emotion, and she doesn't...
Florette, never heard of her.
Angeline. The staff, on the other hand... Angeline means no harm, but there have been some instances recently where she has acted rather sharply with them.
I hope not too sharply. A house of 2 Madame Vandenbosch's would surely be too much for anyone.
Damn.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm afraid it is far from a happy ending. Luke is sadly no longer with us.
He died?
Oh, mademoiselle, I was not aware.
It's fine.
Wait, who died?
Honestly,
I
Luke.
was
sorry,
looking.
I really must finish this.
Oh,
Sadly, he's not with us anymore.
Bien sûr, mademoiselle. Merci, mademoiselle.
Pleasure is mine, Detective.
Snoopy Snoop.
Huh.
Who's been playing cards?
this suggests idle time among the servants. Yeah, I was put in the wrong room.
Mm-hmm.
Best speak to the butler about this.
Before you leave, Detective, I have something for you beside the furnace here from Angeline. She wanted me to give it to you on your arrival.
Merci,
Did I get it? Do I have to go over to the furnace?
Oh.
Second letter acknowledges a payment from previous blackmail letter. Mademoiselle Vandenbosch, you were wise to take me seriously. You have bought my silence for but a moment at least. Your family's privacy obviously means a great deal to you. If you're willing to pay to keep your secrets hidden and continue to pay, you will. Would your maman be as willing to part with her wealth? You will bring a second parcel with another 5,000 francs to cobblers, this time addressed to Monsieur Fontaine by close on Friday. I want this address and this time with this name. You've done your family a service by keeping this arrangement to yourself. Nobody else knows about it, I can tell. Sure, I do not have to tell you what will happen if the police are involved. I hope it would not come to that. New mind map. We have 3 mind maps now of the same problem. The blackmail letters. There's a link available here. Alright. Staff concerned. Talk to Angeline. They paid. They got another letter. It's handwritten. Fancy handwriting. Oh, they used the fancy handwriting for this one.
Oh no.
And there just happens to be a quill pen out there.
Well then.
Bruh.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
It must have been written here on the premises with a pen I saw in the hallway. All signs point to that. Can't ignore the coincidence. Okay, at least they're the phrasing possibly. So talk to Elizabeth. Alright. Hey, Elizabeth.
Of course, Detective. What is it?
Are you literate?
I would not say it in front of the Major, but it is rather hideous. It was a gift from him to Madame from his time overseas. I don't think it even has the capability of writing.
Pen's busted.
A pen that does not write is like a fish that cannot swim.
Dry?
I mean, I guess, yes, like, accurate.
As Angeline describes it, a useless ornament. It's the thought that counts, I suppose.
Now, a useless ornament fish that couldn't swim would be like putting a salmon on your head, a dead salmon, and walking around.
Like an orca?
A little like an orca. I love animal memes.
Yes. Yeah. I love that they have fads.
Yeah. Both the exchange of technology and things and games, but also little affectations. The little jaunty fish hat.
Yeah. How delightful.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Pleasure is mine, detective.
Just gonna leave that there. Okay. Yep. Little trouble in the dismount. Okay. Now I have to find Angeline. You there?
What can I help you with, detective?
You paid the blackmailer.
I was right to pay it, yes? You have read them. What do you think?
I think you should tell me what your secret is that you're protecting so that I know that it's actually worth 5,000 francs. Which is a lot of francs.
You were
It's
wise
true.
to consult me, but bowing to their threat may have only shown that you are willing to pay for their silence. Is the secret they speak of worth so much?
I wish I could, but I have no idea. The letter was addressed to me, but I have nothing to hide. Maman took one look at it and disregarded the whole thing as someone's idea of a joke.
Why pay to hide the nothing?
Yeah.
Money, please! I promise to not spill the beans if you give me 5 grand right now. Small bills. I'll give you my address. You can just stop there after you visit the cobblers.
She looked at it. She is not aware of the second letter.
She doesn't know I paid the first. I thought I could make it all go away.
Yes, you can make me go away the same way. Money. Give.
Indeed.
Did you ask Madame if there was a family secret they could be privy to?
She said I was to ignore the letters and stop wasting my time with such foolishness. If there was something, she wouldn't tell me anyway.
Yeah, why is this so much money?
I couldn't ask Maman for the money. She was angry that I had even considered paying it. Gideon offered to help.
Pardon,
Did
he
you
not think you foolish for
take out a loan from a friend to pay off your blackmail?
He did, but he said
Oh,
he
dear.
couldn't stand by and watch me in so much distress.
Maybe he promised a low insurance rate or inflation in
Interest. Yeah.
yes, interest, low interest rate.
How honorable.
We are soon to be married, detective. A loving partnership that faces their troubles together. They are his words.
I did not mean anything by it, mademoiselle. You have found yourself a husband that will stand by your side and do what must be done to protect you. I am most pleased for you.
Tell me about the gardener that died.
As you would expect, she has been in quite a state. It was such a terrible accident. She kept it to herself for almost a week before she even told me.
Pardon, how could you not know? Surely his absence from the house was noticed.
Yeah, a little bit.
Maman fired him after he returned to the house. She said he could not be trusted.
Okay, so there's another avenue here. Instead of Florette in a mustache, could be Luke in a mustache. Two staff members that we have not seen in this house.
But Mademoiselle Elizabeth's
Alarming.
position was kept?
I begged Maman for them both, but she said if he was willing to go behind her back, what else could he do?
Falling in love is a far cry from committing even the smallest crime, n'est-ce pas?
I asked Elizabeth about Luke, and she said he was dead.
She has been a kind shoulder to lean on through all this mess, but it is her I worry about.
I was not aware of what had happened, and by mentioning, I fear I may have only made it worse by dredging up the past.
Do not punish yourself, detective. You are not to know. I don't think your honest mistake will make much difference to how she has been feeling recently.
It's easier said than done. I've already seen a difference in Mademoiselle Elizabeth. She was once so exuberant and optimistic, seeing the positives in everything and everyone. Now I fear the loss of her love, and the careless reminder from moi may have dampened her outlook.
Merci, mademoiselle. I shall find you if there is anything further I need.
Wonder if I'm allowed to go all the way up. And up. No. No. You.
Please, ask away, detective.
Tell me about your wealth, Sitch.
As far as I'm aware, everything is in order. From what I understand, the late Viscount had made some questionable investments. But that is all in the past.
And regarding the payment of the blackmail,
Angeline does not have to worry about money anymore. I was born into some wealth, and I have earned my own fortune.
Did you hear that about last time? People have been talking about me. They telling stories about how great I am.
Angeline has spoken of it. You made quite the impression on her, detective.
Uh-huh.
I feel responsible for what came from that day. Florette's dismissal, and Luke's.
It is not your fault. Madame Vandenbosch does not like it when her rules or authority are undermined. I tried to explain to Angeline the same, but her guilt has not left her.
Oh, damn. If she finds out Angeline paid the blackmail, she's gonna fire her own daughter.
I suppose you think I was unwise to pay it?
I am glad Mademoiselle requested my help before you fell further out of pocket.
Madame Vandenbosch had no intentions of paying it. Whether she believes there is a secret that could ruin the family, or not.
What nature of secret could ruin this specific family that doesn't really have its own wealth, but is about to marry into wealth?
That's... Well, something that could ruin the marriage.
Angeline's got a twin. And they both love Gideon.
Angeline is the major's daughter.
Ooh. Angeline is adopted. Madame is adopted.
Angeline has an OnlyFans.
Angeline will show feet for free.
Maybe that's how they met, though.
Yeah.
It was an honorable move for you to make the payment. It was certainly no small fee.
Angeline is to be my wife, and then we shall be family. As far as I am concerned, my money is our money.
Merci, monsieur. I shall leave you to prepare for tonight's celebrations.
Alrighty. Time to find plant.
Aha.
Find my bedroom. Looking for my bedroom. Is it over here? Someone brought a Dracula. Zachariah Demir. His room faces the back garden. Another clock.
Wouldn't a trunk just be like top tier luggage?
Yep.
I packed furniture.
Mm-hmm. So neither room is for Corey. Okay. Big room, also not for Corey. What if I want to go back in this? No, I can't go back in that room.
Ah.
Yep, helpful. Okay, back downstairs. Let's look at the welcome book.
Oh.
Yep. Yep. No new information. I should probably, I guess, look at my brain. Turn your thoughts inward, Poirot. Madame unaware of payment. Why she didn't ask for help? Staff knows the change in Angelina are worried. Elizabeth claims the quill is ornamental. Please do not link here.
This will
Thank
not get
God.
me any closer to my...
There's a link available. Do I have to talk to her? Maybe the staff are confirmed because of the
Is there
payment.
something I am
Maybe... Oh, it says she's unaware of payment. I took the I wonder why she didn't ask for help as kind of the main gist of that blob.
not... I must act on...
Right,
and
okay.
effect.
So... Really? Why? Why? Why?
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
And yet I am.
Like the staff know, but her mother doesn't?
Yes. Okay, so there's that. And talk to Zachariah. Inspect the East Rooms. Investigate the blackmail. There's 3 links here. Gideon believes finances. Family's keeping up
The
appearances.
pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Oh no. Great to hear! Great to hear everything's working out. It's all okay. They're taking care of money now. Raised generous. Angeline guilty about dismissal. And that's why she's so mature
I
now.
must take a different approach
No,
if
okay.
I am to uncover.
Guilty. So she tried to contact her.
Cannot
No?
see the logic in this. Perhaps
She's especially concerned about the staff because she's guilty.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Well, all right then.
Mm. Ah.
Little Grace.
Oh, this one's easy. Luke passed away. Elizabeth hasn't been herself. Why? What could have possibly?
Could have possibly,
What?
yeah.
Where's?
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
A moment of genius. Unimpeachable genius. She's out of sorts because her fiancé died.
Aha! I've cracked this case wide open. Wow. Wow. Cassandra angry. Luke fired. Who's Cassandra? Oh, is that Mom? Mom's angry. Because... reason. What if try to redeem is why contact Floret?
Ooh.
Ah!
Things are beginning to become clearer.
Okay. I mean, that at least makes sense to me. But these are, like, the mind maps that they're already...
Are the strings not relational? Is this like a state machine? No. It's just nothing. It's just a nothing.
Yeah.
Angeline wanted to help Floret. Okay, one more connection. Whereabouts unknown. Money to money?
I
cannot see the logic in this.
Okay.
mean, Poirot, You can see the logic in it because something one node over is connected to it. Right? Like that there's a logical...
Why would the family keep a price tag on vase? I did already try that? Okay. Sure, let's connect this one to the money. That's fine. That would be fine to do. Trying to get it to just tell me. No conflict between the two.
Could we connect Angeline wanted to help Florette to something on Florette's tree?
I don't know how far I'm allowed to reach them.
I must take a different approach if I am to...
Yeah, or if they're allowed to cross things.
This doesn't make any sense. Elizabeth upset. Taking this harder, surely blah blah blah. And then that doesn't make any sense.
For those to be connected. That Elizabeth is doubly upset.
Or it's trying to say that she's not upset because of that. Because, you know, her fiancé died.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
What is the connection, Hercule? Okay.
She's all alone in the world. No, don't. No piano today. Let's talk you.
What can I help you with?
Nothing.
Merci, mademoiselle.
And talk to this guy.
Detective.
Monsieur Sterling said my room was on the first floor.
Is that what he said? I can barely understand most of what he says with that accent.
I can understand Monsieur Sterling perfectly, but Monsieur Demure is one vin rouge away from becoming unintelligible. Lush.
I mean, goals.
I find his accent rather pleasant, reassuring.
I guess. Not too helpful when it comes to finding your room, though.
I shall take up no more of your time. À bientôt.
So, do you think it'll let me go up now? No, not up there. This is the only other place. Plant. No? I can hear a male voice practicing what sounds like a speech. Perhaps we'll hear this later. So then, This is just not.
Aha.
Alright, who else do I have to speak to? Do I have to talk to Gideon again? And then I'll dip down to the... Oh, wait, is there a... Southeast. Secret hallway. More luggage for Mr. E. De Silva, left unattended between two front-facing rooms. And there's a plant. We found the ugly tree. If we don't solve this mystery, I'll have to keep looking at this plant. Bedroom next to Monsieur de Silva must be mine. Finally, ma chambre. Oh man, almost dying to frostbite and then getting stuck in a girl's room.
Finally.
Just read. I have so much time. And I don't even have glasses. Nothing could go wrong.
Yes, absolutely, Hercule. Absolutely.
It's like, ooh, what if we just looked into the fire for a while? What if that was our evening? It's what people had before TV.
Never forget what they took from us.
Snow has limited the view from the window. Certainly has a beauty of its own. As long as there's a window between it and us. Even for a detective like myself, finding this room was quite an arduous task. This house may hold more secrets than expected. A knock at my door. Who could it be? I wonder. I'm too busy looking at the snow. Just let yourself in. Don't mind me.
Elizabeth, thank you for coming. I shall not take up too much more of your precious time.
Not at all, Detective. I had best not be away for too long. Madame would not be pleased when there is so much work to do.
That, and I've got like a full straight in my hand. I left the table in a hurry.
Well, mademoiselle, if anyone was to ask, I required your urgent attention with a delicate matter. That should be enough to give you a moment's peace.
Thank you, Detective.
That's a real laugh. So you ever heard anything about blackmail?
I have heard whispers, but this town is full of busybodies. It's hard to know what is the truth and what is hot air from socialites trying to outdo one another.
Damn.
I would not have thought you want to join in with such chatter.
She's not like the other girls.
I'm not, but it can be hard to ignore. I try to push any talk of it in the house, but it's easier said than done. When the staff are together, it seems to be a competition to see who can dream up the most scandalous rumor.
You are a loyal maid and friend. Mademoiselle Angeline is fortunate to have you.
It baffles me why they would target her in the first place. She has such a kind and pure soul. That may not be what you remember of Mademoiselle, but she has grown into a kind-hearted young lady.
I was wary of that when I arrived, but I myself can see a change in her, a maturity. And if it is as kind and pure as you have stated, She should not be troubled by the letter.
Letters, Detective. I brought you the other.
Ah. You do not know me, but I know you and your family very well. For years you have stood high on your pedestal, attending parties, living the lifestyle of the upper class, a life you were born into, all while hiding a sordid secret that would tarnish the Vandenbosch name. But the mole people have your secrets. Once a respected family with morals and nobility, now you rely on riches and jewelry to show your worth. A worth that is not deserved, even though you could just buy those things with money. Even residing in a home that was obtained under your lies. Not for long. I am the true heir. For a secret to remain exactly that, take a small brown paper parcel filled with 5,000 francs addressed to Monsieur Dupont and Barbier and Sons cobblers before sundown on Friday. Thank you. Farewell.
Yours, Florette.
But she fears that even a fabricated story could ruin the family name. She even frets at what it may do to her engagement.
I have met Monsieur Demire, and I cannot see his love for Angeline diminishing at something so trivial. Merci for bringing this letter to me.
Angeline worries so much about the family name, but Elizabeth's telling she has nothing to worry about, at least from her own perspective. Perhaps the secret does not directly concern Angeline at all. She is merely the easy target.
I mean, she is the one with something to lose right now.
And her mom would just straight up knife you, so...
Merci, mademoiselle.
Pleasure is mine, Detective.
You just gonna hang out in my room? Okay.
Oh, do we want to take a break?
Yeah, but I can't leave. I'm trapped in here with her. Or is she trapped in here with me? We'll find out after the break. Please enjoy these commercials. See you again soon, chat. Hello. I'm back. Looks like Cameron's not quite back yet, but I can still poke around. Poke around. Do like how much zoomy zoom I can do. So if I can't leave, just talk to her again?
Of course, Detective. What is it?
Merci, mademoiselle.
Pleasure is mine, Detective.
Okay, I have to go into my mind palace to solve this problem. One link. Letter suggests the blackmailer wants to see the family lose everything, including the house, and suffer. Well, obviously, those two things
This
are...
will not get me any closer.
Payment demanded. Unaware of payment. Household secret. Staff aware. Maybe does staff know the secret? Possibly a writer in the house connects with, wants them to lose the
Order
house.
and method. That is the way to solve the problem.
Ornamental pen couldn't have done squat.
Come, my little gray cells.
Alright. If I screw this up enough, it'll just tell me. Oh. Seriously? I refuse. Staff aware of blackmail connected to household's many secrets. No doubt be concerned for not only Angeline, for the positions in the house. What do they know?
Magnifique.
But
Could know. Poirot, we need definite answers. We need concrete, logical...
Like... But...
Like, you need to be able to write this out like an algorithm. Secret might not be secret. Oh, good. Fun. So now do I get to talk to Elizabeth and make her leave my room? Is she gonna... Is this investigate blackmail? No links. So you tell me your secrets.
Detective. What is...
Where is Angeline?
She will no doubt be with Master Gideon. The party was just beginning when I came upstairs.
That is my cue to make a grand entrance. Am I presentable enough for the creme of society?
Quite handsome, Detective.
Merci. If you catch me snoring, please poke me in the ribs.
I will use Madame's sharpest poker.
Hey, remember the fire poker? Yeah.
Hey, we have rapport, though. Right? We...
Sounds as though someone else may have already been poked.
Chapter 2. Chapter 2.
Ooh. The Major has encountered... havoc. Major got knocked on his ass.
Major deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here, teeth man. Yeah, you walk away.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you would be so kind to return to the party.
Oh, right. He's just got a Scottish accent or whatever.
With all this excitement out here,
I believe that is an end to the excitement, as you put it, Monsieur Demire.
Hardly the job of a detective to resolve domestic arguments, but under the circumstances, perhaps there is more to it. I shall speak with the Major outside. Unless I refuse to go back into the snow.
Last match.
You know, when someone goes out for a smoke, I don't expect a cigar.
Yeah, that's like... Also, it's, what, 19...
Something.
12?
Yeah.
1910?
Bonjour, Monsieur Hagen.
You don't have to go out for a smoke.
I wondered when you would be arriving. At least now you can do your job.
Pardon, Monsieur.
I have just been assaulted. I want him arrested.
I am afraid it is not as simple as that. I merely witnessed you standing up from the ground.
Really not sure why it's flickering. Explain yourself.
This is ridiculous. You know very well what he did.
Do
Perhaps
we?
you could elaborate on what instigated the altercation.
I should have known you wouldn't make things easy.
When I demand someone be arrested, you say how high?
No.
It's clear that the Major's still outraged by what has just happened, but I must learn what caused such escalation into physical violence. Push on.
I have met Monsieur Demire. He does not seem one to physically assault someone unless provoked.
Ah, right. The conversation game, where I have to correctly guess what will make the person like me.
I hope you're not implying that I started it.
I am only stating what I have seen.
I was having a private conversation with Angeline when he interrupted and struck me. That is all there is to know.
If the Major's still the same man I met all those years ago, I'm sure he will remain defensive, and the blame for the altercation will fall solely on Monsieur Demire. Perhaps the best approach would be to act as though I'm on the Major's side.
And cocks out the truth.
Alright, let's cox this up.
Yeah.
Your conversation with Mademoiselle Angeline was had with the utmost respect and politeness towards her? Question mark.
I would not act any other way. Well, unless I am provoked.
Okay. Yeah, we're best
You
buddies.
have grown
Best
rather
buddies.
close with the Van
Yeah.
den Bosch family.
Yeah, you
it
like
seems.
me. Yeah.
What has my relationship with the family got to do with anything? Why are you even here, officer?
Oh, I'm just here to help you out.
Detective. And I was invited by Mademoiselle Angeline personally.
Seems to be mistake after mistake with that girl.
Do you think she's made a mistake in agreeing to get married?
Of course I do. What a stupid question. He is scum. Him and his whole family.
Major teeth, man.
If I had
Yeah.
my way, he wouldn't have even stepped foot in this house.
Set foot.
Oh, he stepped his feet right in. Doopy 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 doop.
Let's see if we can get a rise out of him. Do we want to? What happens if this guy takes a swing at us?
I think we just fail the conversation and have to talk to
I
him
guess
more.
so. Like,
Mocking?
antagon.
You
These
think
both seem bad.
we do? My way. Blah blah blah. But I think putting the blame, focusing the blame, and never talking about the major having any agency or responsibility is the way to go.
Yeah.
Are you
No!
Why would I be happy about being punched in such an underhanded way?
I failed. We'll never
My
be
apologies,
friends.
Monsieur. Perhaps I had not worded my question appropriately. Do you feel that Monsieur Demire had reason enough in his eyes to act as he did?
To act as he did? He assaulted me! What planet are you living on?
This one, unfortunately.
Yeah, the same one as you. Nobody's happy about it.
Useless, once again. I don't know why I should be surprised. Feel free to return to the party. Leave me to my cigar.
I didn't Poirot well enough. Oh, the hardball questions. Oh, I shouldn't have.
I have
Major
met
wanted only the
Monsieur
softest balls.
Demire. He does not seem one to physically assault.
I hope you're not implying.
I am only...
Blah,
I was having a
blah,
private.
blah. Okay. Conversation, yes.
I would not act.
Yes.
You have
yes,
grown.
Yes.
What is my
yes,
relationship-
Yes.
Detective.
Blah,
Seem-
blah. Mistake.
Of course I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. He sucks. And there's hostility.
Officer
Yes.
Poirot,
Yeah.
are you going to do something about him or not?
It is Detective Poirot. And if you refuse to answer my questions, I do not see how I can continue.
Yeah, sorry, the Marquette. You're not allowed to fail. It just makes you do it until you get it right.
I just don't know what she sees in him. Angeline could do so much better. I don't think she realizes what she is getting herself into. I can't imagine her living a happy life with that.
I see. Merci, monsieur, for your honest opinion. I shall leave you to your cigar and return to the party.
Where the lighting is more regular. It's not often such a violent altercation happens at a celebration such as this. I should investigate why. In my mind palace. No. Party is already filled with more drama than most. Is it? I was requested here to find the blackmailer. Perhaps the altercation is connected somehow. Ah, yes. So many clues. Yep, this was worth.
Yeah, there we go. What are these two up to? What could possibly be occurring here?
During the conversation, thinking about like interesting failures and Disco Elysium, just imagine if we could screw up Poirot's life so that he has to go live in a dumpster. Imagine how much fun we could be having. What if Poirot was running around pantsless because the pants, dumped his, empathy score or something?
Or Poirot could just die from sitting in an uncomfortable chair.
Just like, oh no, a woman's bedroom, and then he takes a mental hit. All right, Archibald, you there?
It is an expression of pain.
It doesn't look like I have new text, but maybe?
Monsieur Sterling, I trust the preparations are progressing since our last meeting.
Please, Detective. Archibald is fine. Everything is in order now. Are you ready to join the party?
Uh-huh.
You are head butler of this house. It is a position that warrants respect, and I shall continue to give it, Monsieur Sterling. And I must admit, it is the smell from the kitchen that has my attention more than the party itself.
Rehanna is quite the cook, but it will still be some time. Maybe you'd like to enjoy a drink while you wait? Some of the guests are already in the salon to your left. And the remaining guests are in the library on the first floor.
Ah, good. Going between two different locations to talk to people.
I will be sure to explore both.
Flawless.
Merci.
Is there like a schedule or plans? Is there an order of events?
Dinner will be served in the dining room, but the rest of the evening is yours to enjoy.
It's one of the few named rooms we have for activities. It was like, can't do piano in the piano room because we don't have a piano room. We've got a piano, but no one can play it because it's not in the piano room.
You have all certainly been working hard, it seems.
Very hard. The lady of the house wanted everything a certain way, and that's how it was to be done.
You didn't want to stop that guy from punching that other guy, did you?
It is my responsibility to look after the house and staff, not to resolve petty disputes.
I cannot imagine he will be in any mood to attend the party.
He often has a cigar to calm down. And if that doesn't relax him, that temperature outside surely will.
I don't know. After you get knocked for six by the groom, wouldn't you just leave? Wouldn't you just be like, I should probably go? Not, I need to go and have a cigar to calm down before dinner. I feel getting into a fist fight with the groom is really not kind of a timeout level transgression at a wedding.
Also, I know who like 5 of the guests are. I don't need to meet them again first to put them on the mind thingy.
Monsieur Demir, we meet again.
What did I tell you? Call me Zach. You found your room all right then?
I did, and a charming room it is.
But as head drinker at this party, it's a form of respect is necessary.
I don't know if I would call mine charming, but if I drink enough, it won't matter.
So, how do you know the family?
That's okay. At least you actually care. Not like most of the others here. I'm the groom-to-be's older, more handsome brother.
Oui. I see the resemblance now. How wonderful that you can celebrate this occasion together.
I'll stop you there. The only wonderful thing about this celebration is the free food and drink.
That's the best thing about any celebration.
Absolutely. This
You are not pleased
Zach
for
and
your
I are just
Angeline seems nice enough, but marriage is not for me. What is there to gain from tying yourself to someone for the rest of your life? Besides the money.
You have a job?
Recently, not a great deal. Well, except for enjoying myself. I was
just sitting there drinking wine with a spoon. Oh, me? I'm unemployed.
Those days are over.
A noble occupation. Did you not want to make it your career?
It wasn't my decision to make. I certainly don't miss the battlefield. That's for sure.
I missed what he said he did for a living before.
Field medic.
Oh.
Probably not related to the drinking at all.
No.
So, how's your brother doing after punching that dude?
I'm sure he's fine. You don't need to worry about him. Always the knight in shining armor, riding in to save the day.
Saving the day from who, exactly?
Well, if Gedeon is the knight in the fairy tale, Felix is the dragon. Felix the Major. Ha! Always there, thinking he is better. Just because he was a major. We all know how he got there. In his mind, that puts him at the top of the chain.
Seems there's some hostility between Monsieur Demire and the Major, an animosity that does not come from one evening at a party.
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
Okay, alright. Ma'am?
Madame Vandenbosch, congratulations are in order on your daughter's engagement.
Thank you. And you are?
Cold!
Just give them a fake name. Give her a fake name and be like,
Poirot.
yes.
I'm sorry, the name eludes me.
That magical day stayed with me forever. Opened my eyes to the unjust treatment of the working class. Has been a driving force in becoming the detective I am today.
La Internationale intensifies.
And yet...
Once, Officer Poirot, I investigated your daughter's missing bracelet.
Oh, it's you. There is no missing jewelry here today, so we are really in need of your services.
I am here on a rather more pressing...
I know why you are here, officer. Detective, whatever you are now. Please, just get on with it.
Detective, whatever that is. You'll always be just a cop.
detective. And I promise not to keep you too long.
Okay. There was a argument between the Major and Angeline before the Major got punched in the mouth.
Angeline is her own woman now. She can fight her own battles. She does not need her husband to be stepping in.
And what battles would they be?
Nothing that concerns you, detective.
I'm not sure what I expected. I don't want to tell her that I'm about to do the
Merci.
blackmail investigation. I'll come back and talk to her. I'm not supposed to spread that information around. News of the continued factory strikes. Workers demanding fair treatment. By Jacqueline Conrad.
Allow me to introduce myself. Hercule Poirot.
Detective Hercule Poirot? I heard we were being joined by one of the king's finest officers.
Oui, madame. I see my name precedes me.
Comtesse Margot de Vos. Charmed, I'm sure.
It is I who is charmed.
Not every day you meet a comtesse.
Handsome, well-mannered, and a man of the law. I did not expect such a fine caliber of gentleman at this party.
Comtesse, your compliments are enough to make a young detective blush.
Besides flattery, what is it that you do?
I fill my time mostly with charity work. The number of those less fortunate only continues to grow.
Ah, the less fortunate.
How very admirable.
One must remain humble.
Are you on the bride's side or the groom's side?
I have been a close friend to the Vandenbosch family for, well, heaven knows how long.
You must have known the late Viscount then.
Indeed, we had been friends since our school days. His passing was very hard on both Cassandra and young Angeline. I became a sort of protector of them both after his death. A guardian angel, if you will.
I've learnt that friendship in these higher social circles can be nothing more than a facade to remain in that position. Perhaps the Comtesse is vying for Madame Vandenbosch's position as Madame Vandenbosch. Quite a shock to see the Major lying flat on his ass.
You will find Felix at the center of any trouble, especially when it concerns the ladies of the house.
It's a weird reputation.
I understand he has made himself quite at home here.
What an understatement. He thinks his friendship with Cassandra entitles him to anything and everything in the house, including certain opinions of how young Angeline lives her life.
He does not approve of Monsieur Demire?
You'd have to ask him, or rather speak with Gideon's brother. He will have something to say about Felix, I am sure.
Okay. Tell me about Mr. Demire.
A strapping young man. Angeline has found herself a good one. They certainly make a handsome couple.
Speaking with them both, it is plain to see, even to one that is unexperienced in such emotions, that there is a great deal of love between them.
When they are together, it is obvious for all to see, even at such a young age. But who are we to judge what the heart wants?
It has been a pleasure conversing. I look forward to our next tete-a-tete.
Can I go stare into the fire for a minute?
Aha.
I could stand and gaze into the flames for hours. Ah, nice little relaxed time. A little down.
Just you and the flames. The screaming.
The heat on your skin. Alright, you, tell me about what's up. Don't make me come back here again.
Wait, detective.
Tell me about the
major
Major.
pain in the ass. Why should I? It doesn't take a detective to work out the sort of man he really is.
I have my own history with the Major, but that is a story best not told.
I think it's a story best told now. It can't be any worse than what he did to us during the war.
You fought together in the war?
The war?
We were on opposing sides.
Of the war? Oh no, delicate subject. Let's not talk about it.
The subject of war is a difficult topic for everyone. Perhaps it is best to discuss something else.
If you had seen what I have, what he has done, you wouldn't side with him.
I am taking no sides, monsieur. It is just not conversation fit for a party.
Don't
Perhaps
know.
it is best.
Which war?
Crimean?
What sides they were on?
Would this be the Crimean War?
I'm gonna check their human profiles. Felix.
Because this...
British Army. Military?
1850... Right.
Secrets.
Like... The Boer War? Like, isn't Poirot... Agatha Christie wrote Poirot because, you know, she wanted a sympathetic Belgian character during the First World War. This is pre-World War I.
Yeah. We'll never know. Wait, were they... The library is upstairs or downstairs? Is it this? Is this a library? That is a library! Yay!
Huzzah!
I told you, you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm not a reporter.
Yes,
An
you are.
American.
Jackie Conrad.
But you're going to want to hear this. You could interview me now.
And why would I want to spend my evening doing that?
The world needs to know. You want to sell papers, I want the truth to be known. Win-win.
I came here to enjoy myself, not to hear a second string version of...
I came here to have fun.
I was there. I saw the whole thing, including who was ruining the show.
All right, I'll bite. Let's talk later.
Ernesto. All right.
Bonjour. Are you a guest of Mademoiselle Angeline or Monsieur Demire?
Thank you for just asking that right at the bit.
Do I know you?
Where are my manners? I am Hercule Poirot.
Just answer the question.
Good lawman.
Oui, monsieur. Detective Poirot. And you are?
Ernesto da Silva.
A pleasure, monsieur.
What do you do?
I'm a man of business.
That business is none of yours.
I see. Is there a particular area of business that is your focus?
Overseas investments, international relations. I also own a number of factories in the city.
A capitalist.
Man of few words, this may become more like drawing blood from a stone than a back-and-forth conversation.
Très bien. Monsieur has many talents.
He answered the question. Were you there during the Punch-Out?
I did. But frankly, I have no time for childish school fights.
You are not aware of the circumstances that started it then?
I heard something about a cigar. Only Felix would be petty enough to get riled up by something so menial.
A cigar?
Yes, Monsieur Demire had one of Felix's precious cigars. If you ask me, they won't be the real thing anyway.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Tell me about the late Viscount.
We work together as partners, yes.
You must know the Van den Bosch family well, then.
I helped Madame Van den Bosch, if and when she needs me.
Monsieur referred to Madame Van den Bosch as Cassandra before quickly retracting. Nothing escapes the notice of the keen-eared detective. I think even children wouldn't punch each other.
Distinguished gentleman. It was two alpha males going head-to-head. Master Gideon came out the victor.
Surely we have passed the days where shows of unnecessary brute strength impress anyone.
When it comes to the protection of a woman, we are far from it. Man will always return to their most primitive form.
Isn't the whole alpha male thing from the 60s?
Yeah, I think so. I was just actually wondering how atemporaneous? No, what's the word I'm looking
Anachronistic?
for? Anachronistic this is. Mentioning alpha male in the 1910s.
Mm-hmm.
Mademoiselle Angeline, the Major has no place to feel threatened. Monsieur Gédéon is to become her husband.
And he has spent the last however many years supporting them, as he calls it. Clutching on to whatever he can.
Okay, bye.
Merci for your time. It has been most...
Not gonna drill down on that. Just like, oh, wow. Oh. So...
Okay, if Hercule was born 1850s, which is what someone in chat is saying.
Right.
And he's in his early 20s here.
Yep.
Just starting on his career. Then this is the 1870s, maybe 1880. So the Crimean War was in the 1850s. Well, wars were the British, probably. Demir, where are they from? Where's the groom's family from? It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter to me.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
This is a strong, independent woman.
Likewise. You're not from around here, are you?
My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a friend of Mademoiselle, soon to be Madame, Angeline.
I see. Jacqueline Conrad. No doubt you've heard the name before.
Jacqueline Conrad.
Okay, you have to be American, so...
Not, Madame.
No need for the madame. I'm not married. Just call me Jackie.
Oui, Jackie.
No idea what to do with an American. How'd you get here? How did they why did they let you in the house?
Here's the thing. I'm one of those people you want to know, and not be on the wrong side of.
Perhaps it would be wise for me to remain on your good side.
It's the best place to be. You wouldn't believe what a couple of positive stories can do for a family name, or a career.
And that is what you have done for the Van den Bosch family?
A little help goes a long way, and from what I have seen, the ladies deserve some positive support.
What if we just start a suffragette movement right now in the late 1800s? Get it in early.
Start that snowball rolling.
You were talking to a dude.
That's what we call eavesdropping.
Pardon. I didn't mean to pry.
And with respect, I don't think it's really any of your business.
It's not what I was expecting. Alright, I'm not going to talk about the blackmailing.
I must
again,
take my leave.
Not supposed to talk about it. You go!
Allow me to introduce myself. Hercule Poirot.
Hugo Beckers. A pleasure.
I hope I am not disturbing you. I often find myself at a loose end at parties such as these.
I've never been referred to as a loose end before, but it is always good to make a new acquaintance.
Groom or bride?
I have been working with Gideon for quite some time. We are doing great things together. Great things.
I was not aware he was part of the Union.
Well, he's not exactly. But he is an ally in the battle we face. Without his support, our uphill struggle would surely be a climb. Hopefully my talks with De Silva will help him see the light.
Conrad wouldn't tell me what you were saying, so maybe you will.
I don't know what you think you heard, but it was a private matter, and I appreciate if you kept it to yourself.
Oh.
I can assure you, Monsieur Beckers, your conversation is exactly that. Yours.
Then maybe we should just leave it there.
What if I was a nosy little asshole? Both people have told me to stay out of their business and stop listening to their private conversations, but what if?
What if instead?
Alright.
Let's see.
Let's look at stuff. Books! Some of them are taller than me.
Oh.
If I had a love of my own to declare, I would surely take inspiration from them. Romance novels. Good.
Yeah.
Just like, see the way the books are touching? It's like they're holding hands. Suspense and tension, two ways authors keep their readers hooked on their characters' stories. Okay, what is this one then? Nothing. Unreadable. I've often found myself thinking on the prospect of traveling. Perhaps one day. Dun dun. Oh, telescope.
Would you take the train from... was it still Peking?
The Orient
They
Express?
still said Peking? Yeah.
Gazing at the stars is truly one of life's simple pleasures. It's like fire, but far away.
Mm-hmm. We looked to the stars and saw only fire.
Madame must have a great interest in religious saints to have so much material on them. I mean, hagiographies are pretty fun to read.
Wait, the Orient Express is Istanbul to Vienna? Well, I just showed my whole ass.
That's like nowhere to nowhere.
Yeah.
I guess North Africa is part of the Orient, but
yeah, it's like a 4-hour drive.
Huh. Did I click on the glass case? I don't think so. Break it. Wait, no. Don't break it. Wow. Reading desks. Just 4 of them in your house.
Yeah. Man, those little green lamps.
Yeah. Just a little privacy screen.
How delightful.
More books. More books. Adventure. And look at some fire.
Oh.
Okay, now let's take a break, and then we will journey into the Mind Palace to continue our mystery solving.
How exciting.
Ooh.
See you soon, chat.
Yes. Alright, I'm back.
Hello.
I had a successful encounter with the dishwasher.
Oh, for joy.
Yeah.
I had a successful encounter with a DoorDash driver.
Oh.
And now I have a burrito.
Wish I had a burrito.
Yeah, La Taqueria is making veggie chicken tinga.
Oh. Have you tried the new Boom?
No.
They're across from Market and Yates, or that little thing.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But they have some not bad options.
I will check it out.
All right. Got 2 connections to find here. The Major wanted to calm down. Major's cigar. Gideon had one. Why would he have had one? Because he loves to smoke. He wanted to calm down after a hard day's night. Would the Major really start a physical fight over a cigar? Maybe he didn't want anyone to find out that his cigars were cheap knockoffs.
Ooh.
What else? Brothers. Young romance. Talk to Cassandra. Talk to Zach. Major's not fond of Gideon. Maybe that's the brothers? Maybe.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming
Oh,
together.
they don't like the Major. And also they don't like the Major.
Uh-huh.
The Major intended to warn Angeline. Gideon looking forward to the family fortune, but he's rich.
You know that because these two are angled from one another,
Yeah.
that they connect. If they were straight across, if they were a linear,
Yeah.
they would not.
It could also just be that they want it to reach something that pops off the Major.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if there's any others I have to do. Nothing there. 3. Jackie dismiss Hugo argument, and this is a thing about Hugo wanting something, so those go together.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Why won't they tell me their secrets? Must be a secret. Must be a reason.
It's very suspicious.
Oh. And something about them. Everyone else is pretty free to tell me anything that I ask. Major's been around since the Viscount's death. And supports the family. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Things are beginning to become
Right. Is this just gameplay?
The game is if I can guess what the computer wants me to do. It's like when you have different shaped blocks and you want to fit them in a thing and you just kind of shake the tray until they kind of
yes.
settle. Gameplay.
the square hole.
No, no. Like, I don't have room to be smart and put things in the square hole. Even the square block. And the game is just like, use your brain, be smart.
No, not like that.
Not like that.
Also not like that.
If Ernesto's helping the family, but the Major's helping the family, then they're both helping the family.
Magnifique.
But so what?
So what? There's only so much help you can receive before you are simply relying on someone. What do the family still need assistance with? They're broke.
Yeah, maybe Cassandra could learn a trade. Go to work in the factory.
Okay, so another round of talking to people. Why don't you tell me your secret?
Monsieur Poirot?
I want to know. Well, I guess we should start with pleasantries.
There is no better way to understand one's purpose in life. I stand up for the workers that cannot do it themselves.
You work with a union?
Union leader, well, that is my formal title. But I see myself as more than just that. So much more. I am the face of the people. A voice in the void when there is none.
Very spirited. You have quite the way with words.
In my line of work, it is essential. Some fight with their fists, but I believe words are the ultimate weapon.
I've constructed an argument so airtight, they'll be forced to give me fair wages.
Merci. If I find myself at a loss again...
Okay, Jackie. Spill.
Back so soon?
Alright. I'll talk about the blackmail.
I heard, and it doesn't surprise me. There will always
But
be
it's
someone
supposed to
trying
be
get
a
something out of
secret.
someone else.
That is a rather pessimistic way of thinking.
But it's the truth. And in my experience, more often than not, it's someone the victim knows, and knows pretty well.
You make me question those I consider friends.
You don't have friends. You're here.
And maybe you should. If you have something you don't want the world knowing, just keep it to yourself.
Maybe the nature of her work, but she lacks any sense of compassion for those who may fall victim to such betrayal. It's because she's a bootstraps lady.
I must take my leave.
Americans.
And... hello, Ernesto. Any more for me?
Is there something else you need?
No, just trying
Merci for your
to milk the conversation, cow.
I guess we go and find Zachariah.
Yeah, that means back to the salon.
Mm-hmm.
Doopy-doopy-doopy-doop, gotta go the long way. Alright. Let's crack open a cold one.
Fire away, detective.
It's a shame things escalated so much over just a cigar.
Gedeon said they were the majors, but I didn't think he would miss just one.
You can't only eat just one.
Ah, it was you that took the cigar.
Me? Okay, detective, you twisted my arm. It was me. But I didn't even get a chance to smoke it. Gideon snatched it out of my hand. I'm sure he could afford to replace it.
Just wander around the house, picking up things and trying to smoke them.
He's a gamer.
The Major saw Monsieur Gideon holding the cigar, assuming he had taken it. It was all a misunderstanding? So why did it come to blows? Oh, the drama!
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
Okay, Cassandra. We will have words.
Let's make this quick, detective.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the Major.
You can make whatever assumptions you wish.
Based on several accounts, it seems as though the Major has a certain level of disdain for him and his brother.
Felix is merely protecting both my daughter and the Van den Bosch name.
Protecting them from what exactly?
Yeah.
That is a question best asked to them.
Are you happy about the wedding?
Gideon is a fine, educated young man from a well-respected family.
Family?
All important when considering a new son-in-law.
A good home and education speaks volumes about a man. Even in the short time they have been engaged, his noble character is obvious. If you were an educated man, you would know that.
Oh.
I can assure you, madame, my education is not one to be sneered at.
And yet you remain a mere detective. Perhaps it is your choices, then, that are to be questioned.
Always just trying to cut people down. Tell me about the blackmail. Everyone knows!
I don't do such a thing. As soon as the other ladies get wind that there was a police officer in the house, the whole town will know.
Perhaps you should be more focused on catching the blackmailer that is holding your family's name to ransom than what the chattering women of the town will say.
I care more about what those chattering women, as you so rudely describe them, have to say than the empty threat of an anonymous letter.
Your daughter does not agree. In fact, it has been suggested that one of tonight's guests may know more than they are willing to show.
It has been suggested. By me.
The guests? You mean our friends? You can't honestly believe one of them would be so petty to send a letter like that. Oh, officer, you have not changed.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I suppose it is only polite to say you're welcome.
Madame is as quick-witted as I remember.
What a shame there is nothing as memorable about you but your lack of respect.
I should have known getting into a verbal battle with Madame would not easily won. Perhaps you should tell me about the family secret. The one your daughter's protecting.
What do you mean, protecting? She hasn't gone and paid that silly ransom, has she?
Uh-huh.
It was Monsieur Demire that accepted the cost. He paid it because your daughter believes there may be something to hide.
Like what?
For heaven's sake! Why do you think it was addressed to her and not I in the first place? Because they knew I would throw it in the rubbish where it belongs.
Madame, if there is something you are keeping, it would be wise to tell me now. It may help in identifying the culprit.
And it would be wise for you to stay out of my family's business. If I require your help, I shall ask for it. But don't hold your breath.
Bye!
Merci. An enchanting conversation, as always.
Is she gonna get like one last jab in? No. And Margot.
I am all yours, detective.
Let's exhaust your text tree. Monsieur de Silva claimed he helped Madame Van den Bosch when required?
He would say that. I mean, financially, yes. But what else does that man have to offer?
I cannot imagine Madame Van den Bosch would be one to request financial help.
After Edwin, the Viscount, died, the family was left in a rather unfavorable position. She wasn't requesting, chérie. She was begging.
I see.
Let's just keep that between us. It's a rather sore subject for her.
Didn't take much for the Comtesse to reveal private matters of Madame's business. I'm not so sure I would be willing to divulge any information to her. Talk about the friendship with the Major.
You are quite inquisitive, aren't you?
I believe it is called small talk, no?
It's what you humans call investigating.
There is small talk, and there is prying.
Yeah.
I assure you that is not my intention.
It's my intention.
Monsieur, please. I know a nosy gossip hound when I see one. We can smell our own. The Major isn't worth a minute of your time, though.
She called me nosy gossip hound.
You are not a fan of his.
I'd hit him with my fan, monsieur. Any man that can treat a lady the way he does doesn't deserve to be in his position.
Got her fist out. She's just like, I'll hit him with my fan.
And what position is that, may I ask?
Lording over Cassandra like she's the help. He shouts at her like she's a stray cat that's wandered into the house. Madness.
Something I never thought I would hear. Madame was ready to physically escort me out of the house when I arrived to investigate Mademoiselle's missing bracelet, and yet she allows the Major to get away with murder. Must be a reason.
It has been a pleasure conversing. I look forward to our next tete-a-tete.
As it turns out, he was never in the army, and that's not why they call him Major Felix.
Jeez. 2 pianos. Is this...
At the same time?
Right? Cannot go through the dining room. I'm certain they'll tell us when the food's ready. Certain. Almost too loud to ignore this conversation that's happening in this really big, echoey space.
Van den Bosch residence, how may I help you? Yes, of course. Please hold for one moment. Sir, yes, a call for you. Shall I direct it straight through to you in the study now? Very good, sir.
Am I just gonna pick up the receiver and eavesdrop?
I don't see why we wouldn't.
What can I do for you?
Tell me about the phone call. Oh. It's like the Major lives here.
Yes, he has been here for some time now. Lady Van den Bosch has been very good to let him stay so long.
Would you say he has become part of the family?
He's always been very vocal about how he stands the ladies in high regards, and so he should.
Merci. You have been most helpful.
Can't get phone.
Can we eavesdrop at the door of the study, maybe?
I don't know where the study is. Is it on the ground floor? Staff quarters. Painting, pantry, upstairs. Sorry, my mind palace does not have a mini map. Room. Library. Northeast or southeast. Can't go back to my room. Okay.
Come on, Hercule, you have social obligations.
Can't go upstairs. Is anyone in here taking a phone call? Two connections to make. Okay. Hastily arranged marriage because he wants to get
I
filthy
should not be surprised
rich.
by my own skills of deduction.
Wow. Wow. Could be for money reasons. Major's
Is that it? Do they not know that he's poor, or that they're poor?
What a revelation.
Is that why he's stinky? One more thing to make. Is it just straight across? Is it this?
Another success. I never doubted myself.
They're already connected.
They are.
Oh wow, the Major doesn't like them. Wish we had known that earlier. Yeah, we've always known that. What does his thoughts towards them have to do with the couple's relationship? Maybe? Just straight up?
Yeah.
Bad for family connects to Warden Angeline. Yeah. I don't see how cigars go to romance. Argument. Alright.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
The Major doesn't want the wedding to go ahead. Gideon's reason for punching the Major was perhaps valid after learning of the reason he is against the wedding. On to the next one. Two connections to make over here. Go, little gray cells. Jackie's blackmailer theory. Must be close to the family. Knows personal secrets.
Is Margot protective of Cassandra linked to the Major didn't treat Cassandra well? Please tell me it's
It could
not.
be protective of Cassandra. Yeah, it could be.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
But one more connection to make. Okay. Ernesto worked with the Major. Ernesto fond of Cassandra. Poor little Archibald's just not going to connect to anything. Ever.
Yeah. I mean, is that really poor Archibald? Or is he kind of just like living the best life out of all of these people? He gets paid, he goes home. Hey Archibald, you know anything? I'm paid not to know anything. It's a job I take very seriously.
So I'm worried that the blackmailer theory connects to like, oh, she's known the family for a long time.
Hmm.
Helps women. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
Come,
Okay.
Grace Alice.
Okay, good.
That's good. Newspaper. Factory strikers. Factory strikers?
I cannot see the logic in this.
Hmm.
We know the links can go kind of far.
Yeah.
I don't know if I tried to link Ernesto's forks.
Order and
Okay,
method.
good.
That is the way to solve.
Alright. Oh. It goes to the Major one, not the Margot one.
Hmm.
What a revelation!
Guilty. He's guilty. Guilty. There's a chance the Major is involved. But how? So, we've now discovered that the people on my suspects list might have done it.
Motive.
Motive, he just doesn't want them to get hurt.
Yeah.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah. Noble.
He just loves the ladies.
He's like a father to them, really.
Okay. Ernesto, tell me about working with the Major.
Is there something else?
Yes. Any other guests?
Seems someone has been asking around about me.
Who could it be?
Only polite curiosity, I can assure you.
Well, you would be right. Although working with the Viscount caused me much less grief.
Grief, monsieur?
Let's just say we didn't always see eye to eye. And if neither side is prepared to back down, there is a problem.
Obviously more to learn about the goings-on between Monsieur de Silva and the Major. Certainly does not sound like a positive business relationship.
Merci for your time. It has been most intriguing.
Nothing from Jackie, nothing from Hugo.
It did want us to talk to Archibald, but then, like, when we tried, there was nothing.
Mm-hmm. I'll just try again. And it'll work this time.
Yeah.
Watch me take these stairs 2 at a time. Okay, Archibald.
What can I do for you?
Nothing? Nothing. Good.
Nothing.
Good, yep.
I think the Major also had, like, speech dialogue.
Oh, is he outside?
I think so.
Well, let's try the front door. Is he still chomping on that cigar? No? Is there another exit? Let's go in the butler's hole. Locked. New conversation. Archibald.
Why did you lock your door?
Archibald. Is that the conversation? It's not even the conversation. Why wouldn't
What can I do for you?
there be a conversation with the butler about the butler door? But talk to Cassandra. Talk to Cassandra's my last one. She's down here, right?
Let's make this quick, detective.
Hey, I was just snooping around your house and one of the doors is locked.
Locked? That is absurd. They should be constantly coming back and forth from there if they are hiding from their work again. What is it you want in my staff area anyway?
My staff area.
I only mention it as I was hoping to speak to some staff members.
Be a good fellow.
That's where the staff goes.
Slacking off in there.
May not have been the permission I was expecting, but I shall take it nonetheless. I shall try the pantry again.
Merci. An enchanting
We have
conversation,
successfully
as
narked
always.
on the staff.
Yep, this is gonna go well for everyone. Poirot, you got 4 people fired again. Alright. And... unlocked. Inge.
I think it's pronounced Ainge.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Oh, monsieur, you startled me.
It was not my intention, mademoiselle. I was hoping to talk with a member of the staff.
You are the detective?
I am Detective Hercule Poirot. I only intend to take up a moment of your time.
Madame Van der Bosch will be very hungry if she knows I'm standing talking.
Hangry.
Allow me to worry about madame.
Give me your name and its pronunciation.
Inga Frank, detective.
Inga.
From the Norse god of peace and fertility. A most beautiful name.
Maybe don't mention fertility when you like, ooh.
Merci. It was my grand-mère.
You've all been working very hard this evening.
Oui, detective. Madame was very clear on what was to be prepared for today.
Well, everything looks exquisite. But if I may be blunt, would you not benefit from some more hands?
Hercule!
Hypothetically, like, if you grew another arm, wouldn't you like that?
Monsieur Archie knows how busy we are, especially in the kitchen. I hate when I have to run service.
Merci, mademoiselle. I shall leave you to your work.
Did we figure out how Luke died yet? An accident. Photograph. That's new. Photo showing 7 members of staff. That's the same as the number of doors.
Oh. It's Inga and Elizabeth and Archie and then 4 other people we don't know.
No new conversation. What if I check my mind palace? No. Nothing. Just nothing.
Just nothing.
Just nothing.
Mind palace empty. Mind palace for rent.
Your ad's here. Ooh, whoa. Sorry, cookie break.
Mm-hmm.
This is a chocolate chip mochi cookie, so I have to eat it right now.
Agreed.
Get it.
Ooh.
It's really weird. The
I mean, like,
chewy center.
Oh. Where'd you get it?
I don't know. It's 4 staff.
Mm-hmm.
And we know Rahana's cooking. So 2 dudes are missing. And 1 lady? Okay.
Well, it's 420.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Maybe it's time to thank subs.
It is.
Or share thoughts.
It is. Not thoughts like these.
No.
No. All right. Subs first. Original Garwolf, 58 months. Thank you.
Pharaohbender 27 gave 120 bits, saying hashtag justice for Florette.
I'm quitting the game. Blessed silence. All right. Completely unsure, 53 months. Thank you.
Thagnok for 29 months, only 40 more months to go.
Wolgo, 26 months. Help! I'm lost in my mind map. Just try connecting anything to anything else.
Yeah, it's like Christmas lights in there. Io Otter has come back for the 75th month. Wow.
Commander Rudd gave us 100 bits. Have we found out the maid in the mustache yet? Not yet, but we're finally getting there.
Account made for ants came back for the 44th month using Euler's totient function. Phi 69 equals 44. Totes nice.
Allness 49, 57 months. That's almost 75.
Yachtspy came back for the 62nd month. Thank you.
Mr. SVCD gave us 500 bits. Thank you.
Azadbird 95 for the 47th month. Thank you.
Viscount Sticks, 18 months. My sub is old enough to drink in the UK.
At 18 months old?
18 months old!
Damn, they party. Tally Tamale came back for the 50th month with a half year.
DeMullet 14, 98 months, almost the 1 year.
Meladia has come back for the 39th month. Clicky the thing for my favorite pairing. Thank you.
And thank you for the 50 bits, Santa69. This game. I want to know.
Yeah, I want to know. This is like reading questionable content now, where I'm emotionally invested, but I don't care.
Right? We've made 50 deductions according to the Chivos. 50 deductions.
50 deductions.
We were at 31
the major doesn't
beforehand.
approve of the wedding.
Yeah. And the major doesn't like poor people. And the major doesn't like Gideon because he's poor. And he thinks the wedding will be bad because Gideon's poor.
And Zach is drunk.
Yeah, I'm wondering where that's going to connect. We got an ornamental pen. This is the butler.
Luke's dead. Nobody cares.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I want to know how this resolves now. But, like, it's
not going to be satisfying.
Probably not.
It's more that finding the final key will unlock the cuffs that the game has shackled us with.
Like, it really feels like we are... Well, I mean, it doesn't feel. We objectively are, like, ratcheting the game forward by unlocking a conversation and then making a deduction and then walking around to see what new conversations have opened up.
Yep.
Right? Like, we change the state of the game by clicking on a thing, and then a new thing needs to be found to be clicked on. And I guess that's video games. But this isn't doing a terribly good job of hiding it.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was saying that the mind map is more of a state machine, because it's just like the connections are little milestones and not together.
Yeah.
Like, the reason you wouldn't just make a little closed loop on your relational thing is because they're already related, because it's transitive.
Yes. And you wind up making deductions, and I'm air quoting here, you can't see me, but I assure you I am, that feel like backfilling rather than a leap of logic that is also correct.
Yes.
Right? Like the great intuitive observational leap of logic.
Yeah, it's establishing things that have already happened.
Yes. Like making explicit something somebody has already explicitly told you. Rather than, it feels organizational rather than deductive.
And it's a little hard to, like, spaghetti the whole thing together, because if you look at two things, like apples and oranges, there are ways you can connect those mentally. But the game's just not flexible in any way.
Yeah, it also doesn't help you out at all. Right? Like the connections are so obvious that you feel like you are missing something whenever you connect them. Right? It feels like it can't be this one, can it? That's obviously connected.
Yes.
In fact, these are already connected one node apart. No, this is what the game wants me to do.
And then sometimes, like, you have to take it to another kind of degree of deduction before it lets you connect with something that's already established. It's like you might not have made the correct inference step yet. It's like you know in your head that the things are connected, but it's not there yet.
Like, yeah, I mean, I want to say that these mysteries feel like you are connecting a bunch of things that all make sense, and all of that leads inarguably towards a conclusion that is not intuitively possible, but is logically unavoidable. Does that make sense to you? Like the once you have removed the impossible, right, in Holmes's formulation, right? Once you've removed the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, is the correct answer. And that feels like a ready-made document for a game.
Yeah.
Right?
And like the thing with the pen, the ornamental pen, it's just like we saw a pen. We can eliminate it as the one that wrote the thing. But everything else that was connected to it still there. And we've already eliminated the pen as relevant.
Yes.
Which is kind of the thing you want to do. But it's like one little teeny segment. Well,
so the satisfaction of reading these, right, is kind of being swept along in it, right? You're kind of part of this soap opera.
Yes.
A little bit, right? This high drama or low drama. And it's like kind of a potboiler, and it's satisfying to watch it all be drawn together. Right? Is that accurate? So what's the gaming component of that? Where does that get good in a game? I assume it has to be for when you are the one making the logical deductions.
Yeah, or you pick the dialogue option that actually, like, sets things off.
Mm-hmm.
That would be satisfying. Be like, if you told the major that you saw someone with a cigar and then he went marching off.
Right, right.
And then that revealed the whole bad blood between the brothers and the major.
Being not terribly familiar with Agatha Christie and with Poirot, I guess it's not really accurate to call these detective stories don't really have a whole lot in common with contemporary police procedurals.
No.
Right?
Not really.
Like, there's no... A police procedural is a very kind of like... They share, I think, a bit of the DNA in that, you know, there's a logical, deductive process that occurs.
Mm-hmm.
But a detective does not have the same kind of social and legal responsibility that is associated with police in a police procedural. Right? If you're watching CSI, you expect them to be using like really scientific reasoning.
Yes.
In order to get to... That's the magic, right? But Poirot here is... He can fuck around, right? Like, he's not beholden to the same kind of legal strictures.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If he thinks someone can do it, he can prod them.
Yeah. We should be in a situation kind of like a Murder, She Wrote or Columbo, where we're trying to get people to leak information that they don't mean to.
Yes.
And we just have no leverage.
Yeah, because Poirot's thing was that he got people talking, right?
Yeah, through snooping around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess the way the story flows in the game doesn't fit the detective serial just because it's very stop and start. It doesn't maintain any flow or momentum.
Right, right. Yeah, the ratcheting forward is by necessity not fluid and not propulsive.
Yeah.
Yeah, LK in chat said, when you take away Poirot's skill at drawing people out, you get this kind of thing. And I also liked Atomic Alchemical saying detective fiction is about a puzzle, police procedural is about the human interest angle of crime, also propaganda. But yeah, like, I guess a modern police procedural is about the analytical process of crime solving, separating you from the human effect of crime. Right? Or the separation from the mess of human drama, whereas this is kind of like immersing yourself into it.
Yes.
Yeah, if this was like a Telltale game would do well at this.
Yep.
Like I think of Life is Strange Before the Storm, which actually had kind of an interesting mechanic where Chloe, 99%, that's the character's name. Chloe is like a good verbal sparring. Like she's very good at like taunting people and getting into verbal like fencing matches with people.
Right.
And they actually have a mechanic for that where you build kind of like combos, and it's pretty good at giving you information about where to go next and how to prod people in order to get a rise out of them or in order to manipulate them.
Mm.
And that kind of mechanic, I think, might suit Poirot well.
Mm-hmm.
And they've done a little bit of that here, right? But it doesn't feel natural. Like when we were talking to the Major, it said one of our options was mocking or antagonize.
Right. And that's why I didn't pick antagonize.
Yeah, neither of those really feel like what we want to be doing there.
Yeah. It's weird, even with like the emotional prompt being delivered with most of the body of the text of what Poirot is saying. It's still a mystery what the result of saying a thing will be.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Like Poirot should know the result of what he's saying before he says it.
Yes.
Right.
Should
like
have
he's
a
playing
purpose.
It's not so much sword fighting as it is him playing pool. Right?
Yeah. Trying to like tactically set up things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Should go.
Okay. Well, what's up next week?
For us?
Yeah.
We haven't talked about it.
No, we haven't. We'll get back to you, chat.
Yeah. But meanwhile, stick around for 5 and let us know.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you in the future, everyone.